Hey, my friends, we have a full moon happening tomorrow. I'm coming to you from US Mountain Time and in my time zone. It's happening at 11:28 a.m. tomorrow, Sunday, February 5th. This is a big energy full moon. It's happening in Leo, first of all. Leo is all about joy and expression and exuberance and shining your light and being big and being bold. And this full moon's happening in Leo. And it's also in a square to Uranus. Uranus is the wild card energy. Uranus energy to me feels like electricity. By the way, you may have been feeling this energy of this full moon building because it's been pretty big. And if you're feeling activated, if you're feeling like there's a lot happening, you are not crazy. The energy of this is big and electric and bumpy and activating. And what's ultimately up here is we're thinking about everything that would get in the way of the bigger, bolder, more fully shining your light version of you is being released. Let's actually take a look at this one. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So we've got this full moon happening in Leo. And so, of course, that means the sun is Aquarius. So the polarity we're working here with is Aquarius and Leo. It's about service and joy, if we were going to sum it up. That's what the Aquarius-Leo polarity is about. Aquarius is all about service to humanity. Leo is all about self-expression and joy. So we've got this big energy of the full moon in Leo, but over here we have Uranus creating an almost perfect square. Uranus at 15 degrees, we have the full moon and the sun at 16 degrees. So Uranus energy can be full of inspiration and downloads and radical new ideas lighting you up and new directions and excitement. It can feel very exciting. The energy can feel very buzzy. Again, it's got like an electric quality. It can also feel like a lot of energy to hold. Uranus also brings the unexpected, the turnarounds, the reversals, the bumps in the road we didn't see coming. It's not something to be afraid of. Uranus is all about waking us up to higher consciousness in whatever way is necessary. So whatever bumps, whatever shakeups, whatever unexpected energy may be hitting you, and how this full moon is hitting you is going to depend, of course, on exactly how it hits your natal chart, but it's a big moon period. I think you're going to feel it. So if there's bumps in the road, if there is a lot of energy going on, whatever's happening is about a clearing out and releasing of whatever needs to go that's not aligned with a bigger, more joyful, more fully expressed version of you that's emerging. And remember, we're also in consideration of the whole picture here of service to humanity and joy. And those are very tied in. They're one and the same in a sense. We can be in service and also be fully expressed and enjoy. And that's what this bigger expression, bigger version of you that's coming through is all about. What else is going on? Chiron is in a sextile with the sun right now and a trine with this full moon. Chiron represents the wounded healer. Chiron's all about mastery over wound, about our journey of moving through wounded places so that our relationship with them becomes different, so that the wounded places in us, that old deep wounded stuff, it no longer rules the show. You may still feel it, but it doesn't run your journey anymore. So Chiron is in a trine, which is a very powerful, open, free flow of energy. Whatever healing is currently happening in you is directly dialed in to this bigger version of you, more fully expressed, more joyful, more shining your light. In other news, at the same time, we've also got a relationship going on between Black Moon Lilith and Jupiter. We have another trine happening with Black Moon Lilith, and let's break this one down just real briefly. Jupiter represents our abundance, our expansion, our moving into everything that is good and yummy, and all that you're meant to be here to experience and thrive in your life. Black Moon Lilith represents a couple of things, represents that Lilith character mythologically. Lilith traditionally was Adam's first wife, who was not docile enough and was kicked out of the garden, replaced with a more submissive version. Lilith represents that strong, fierce feminine voice that will not be silenced. And Black Moon Lilith in astrology also holds the principle of the unconscious, of the stuff we hold in the unconscious, especially the stuff that would be called dark, that might want to be kept hidden. And there's a principle of working with Lilith that's about the unconscious stuff often bubbling up from the depths. Maybe the feelings, the emotions that surprise you in their intensity, bubbling up. So right now, Black Moon Lilith is in a trine, a powerful, productive working relationship with your expansion, with Jupiter. The stuff that's coming up from the unconscious is not an accident. It's not something bad or to be feared. Of course, we're mindful in how we're working with it and what's happening and how we want to be with it and release, shift, heal, move energy. But whatever is moving from the unconscious is directly dialed in to your expansion. And this is going on in the background at the same time that, again, we have this expressive full moon in Leo, productive working relationship with Chiron, mastery over wound, and a square, which is a bumpy, challenging energy, but that is here to move us to a next level as well. It's just that the next level often comes in the form of a seeming obstacle. So to go back to that bumpy, challenging energy that you may be feeling, if something is showing up that's feeling like an obstacle and it's feeling like a lot of energy, and you take a pause and take a breath into that and allow yourself to soften around the feeling, around the felt sense experience of this place of energy meeting energy that feels very intense. And in allowing the breath and some space, know that that energy can move, and that this energy from Uranus, the great awakener, is all about waking you up to your next level of consciousness. And it's bumping up against and clearing out and releasing, because full moons are always a release, clearing out and releasing whatever stands in the way of the more joyful, loving, radiant, shining version of you. Happy full moon, sending you lots of love. Take care.